Imagine the Roman Colosseum, the deafening roar of the crowd, the smell of sand and sweat. Now, picture a gladiator stepping into the arena, sword in hand, ready for battle. What do you see? A towering, muscle-bound man, right? For centuries, that's the image history has given us. But what if I told you that wasn't the whole story? What if I told you that women, too, fought and bled on the sands of the arena? They were the Gladiatrices, the female gladiators of ancient Rome, and their story is one of courage, controversy, and a fight for much more than just survival. Most people have never even heard of them. When we think of Roman women, we picture patrician ladies in flowing robes, or humble priestesses tending to sacred flames. The idea of a woman wielding a sword, wearing a helmet, and engaging in brutal combat seems almost impossible, a fictional fantasy. But they were real. And today, we're going to uncover the hidden history of these incredible warrior women. We'll separate fact from fiction, examine the archaeological evidence, and explore the social and cultural reasons why a woman would choose or be forced into the life of a gladiator. So, where do we find proof of their existence? It's not as easy as you might think. Unlike their male counterparts, who are celebrated in mosaics, sculptures, and literature, the Gladiatrix was a far more controversial figure. Roman society had very strict ideas about gender roles. Men were public figures, warriors, and politicians. Women were expected to be domestic, modest, and subordinate. A woman fighting in public, especially for entertainment, shattered every single one of these norms. It was scandalous, it was sensational, and to many traditional Romans, it was deeply shameful. Because of this, historical records are sparse and often biased. Authors like Tacitus and Cassius Dio mention female gladiators, but often with a tone of disapproval, describing them as a bizarre and decadent spectacle put on by emperors seeking novelty. For example, Emperor Nero was famous for his lavish and sometimes shocking games, which included staging fights between women and even dwarves. Later, Emperor Domitian also presented female gladiators, having them fight by torchlight at night, adding to the exotic and theatrical nature of the events. These accounts paint a picture of female gladiators as mere curiosities, not serious combatants. But is that the full picture? Let's look at the hard evidence. Our most significant piece of proof comes from a place called Halicarnassus in modern-day Turkey. In the 1960s, archaeologists unearthed a marble relief sculpture dating back to the 1st or 2nd century AD. It's an incredible find. The relief clearly depicts two female fighters. They're equipped like male gladiators, with loincloths, arm guards, and leg greaves. They hold swords and shields. What's truly fascinating is that they are not wearing helmets, likely to show the audience that they are indeed women. And carved above them are their names, Amazon and Achillea. These aren't their real names, of course. They are stage names, powerful and mythic, referencing the legendary Amazon warrior women and the Greek hero Achilles. This tells us they were celebrated figures, stars of the arena in their own right. Even more importantly, the inscription below them indicates that they were granted *missio*, or an honorable release from the fight, meaning they both fought so bravely that they were allowed to leave the arena alive as equals. This wasn't just a novelty act. This was a genuine, hard-fought duel between two skilled warriors who had earned the respect of the crowd and the game's sponsor. So, who were these women? Why did they end up in the arena? Their backgrounds were likely as varied as the male gladiators. Some were probably slaves, prisoners of war, or condemned criminals. Forced into the ludus, the gladiator school with no other choice. For them, it was a brutal fate, but one that offered a slim chance of survival and maybe, just maybe, freedom. A successful gladiator could earn money, fame, and eventually, the Rudi's asterisk, a wooden sword symbolizing their retirement and liberty. But surprisingly, not all of them were forced. evidence suggests that some women, even those from respectable or even upper-class families, chose this life. Why? For the same reasons men did: fame, glory, and adrenaline. Imagine being a young Roman woman with limited options, expected to marry, have children, and manage a household. The arena offered a radical alternative. It was a chance to defy convention, to become a celebrity, to be powerful in a world that rendered you powerless. Juvenal, a Roman satirist, wrote scathingly about high-born women who he claimed were obsessed with the gladiator lifestyle, training in private and dreaming of the arena's roar. While he meant it as an insult, it reveals a hidden desire for agency and excitement that Roman society denied its women. Let's talk about how they fought. Were they on equal footing with men? The answer is complicated. Most evidence suggests that women typically fought other women. The Amazon and Achillea relief supports this. This created a specific category of entertainment, a spectacle in its own right. It's unlikely they were regularly pitted against the larger, stronger male gladiators, as that would have been seen as an unfair and less entertaining match. Their equipment was similar to the men's, though often modified. As we saw with the Halicarnassus relief, they might fight bare-chested or without a helmet to emphasize their gender to the audience. This made the fight even more dangerous. Without a helmet, a single blow to the head could be fatal. They would have been trained in specific fighting styles, just like the men. Some might have been ** provocator *, with a large shield and sword, or ** secutor *, who typically fought the net-wielding *, Retiarius *. The training was grueling and relentless, designed to turn them into efficient killing machines, regardless of their gender. However, the career of a gladiatrix was always on shaky ground. Their existence was a constant source of debate. While some emperors promoted them, others sought to ban them. In 200 AD, Emperor Septimius Severus issued an edict forbidding women from participating in gladiatorial combat. Why? The official reason was likely a move to restore traditional Roman morals and decorum. The sight of women, especially noble women, fighting and bleeding for public amusement was seen as a sign of societal decay. But perhaps there was another reason. Perhaps the gladiatrices were becoming too popular, too powerful. A woman who could fight, who could command the attention of thousands, and who could embody the masculine virtues of courage and strength was a threat to the established patriarchal order. By banning them, the emperor wasn't just cleaning up the games. He was putting women back in their place. After this ban, the gladiatrix largely disappears from the historical record. The games themselves would continue for another 2 centuries, but the era of the female warrior in the Colosseum was over. Their story was buried, forgotten, and dismissed as a minor, bizarre footnote in Roman history. But they deserve more than that. The gladiatrices, whether they were slaves fighting for freedom or free women seeking glory, were pioneers. They broke the most rigid taboos of their time. They stepped into a world designed exclusively for men and proved they could be just as fierce, just as skilled, and just as brave. Their story reminds us that history is never as simple as we think, and that even in the most brutal and male-dominated corners of the ancient world, women found ways to fight for their own destiny. The next time you see a movie about Roman gladiators, remember Amazon and Achillea. Remember the unnamed women who fought by torchlight, who defied emperors, and who carved out their own legends in the blood-soaked sand of the arena. Their legacy is a testament to the enduring strength and resilience of women throughout history. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey back to ancient Rome. If you found this story as fascinating as I do, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more hidden histories. Let me know in the comments what you think. Were the gladiatrices heroes or a sign of Roman decadence? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Until next time, stay curious.